Hey y'all, hey, I'm Ashley, and this is for Dizzy Birds. Well, it is officially the beginning of August. It's been a couple of weeks since you have seen me or since I have recorded a video. If you've been following along on my channel, you may have found out that my brother, my youngest brother, Austin, has been going through some health issues with his heart, and so we were preparing and getting ready for him to have his actual heart surgery to repair the issues. So I'm going to talk a little bit about during the video while I'm getting this all caught up what has happened in the last few weeks that has led to me not being on camera. And because we are behind and we didn't film for a couple of weeks in July, I've got a couple of kind of housekeeping things I want to do to get us caught up. I want you to see where we were when we last filmed, where we are today, and then we're going to get started on our August budget. So, lots to do today. I am glad to be here. I hope you're having a wonderful Sunday. Your weekend was great, and you're looking forward to a great week ahead. So this is Sunday. This is typically when we do our adult with me, which is when I am going to share with you this week's budget, and we do some other long-term savings things that we're working on, such as Savopoly, Magic of Summer, our Christmas box, of course, and then in July we were working on our Christmas in July challenges. So we're going to do some of that today. Some we're not, and we'll talk about why here in just a minute. But we're going to get all caught up because, life sometimes it gets you and you just have to kind of go with it and just pick up and move on, right? So before I get into the actual challenges and all of that, I wanted to give you an update here. So I put this out a few weeks ago as a freebie. It's an attempt to get us all working together on. I know we all do watch each other's channels, and watch parties are a good way to do that. So this one is technically for Christmas in July, but hey, we're gonna keep doing it because I'm kind of a stickler for once I start something, I want to finish it. It's not always possible, but in this case, this is something I can do no matter what the budget is to help others. So I'm going to continue doing it, which you're welcome to do as well. I'm hoping to get some more watch hours because while we have hit our 1,000 subscriber, we are still needing watch hours to hit monetization, and that is our goal right now. So if you are willing, I would love it if you would put me on your list for watch hours. I've got several different playlists you can choose from. But when I had the time in the last few weeks, I was working on mine, and I do think I have a couple of extras that I need to add. I need to get into my comments. It's been a crazy bit of time, but I will get you on here if you requested that you be added. And if you watching today and you want me to add, I'm still going to go ahead. I know it says Christmas in July. That doesn't matter to me. I'm going to keep going. I'm going to fill this page and watch everyone that asks to be on here. So if you haven't already, asked to be put on the watch party, you can see I've got some spots here. But what I have completed here is Cat Lady Budgets, Beth. I have watched her. So what I do is I try to find the longest playlist that you have, and I choose that one and I let it run while doing other things or at work or whatever. And sometimes that takes a couple of days depending on how long your playlist is. So I did get Cat Lady all done. I also watched the longest playlist for Busy Bee Budgets. So that is done. So we've gotten those two done. And then I was in the middle of working on budgets with Elma, and got pulled away from that due to what was going on with my family, but I will pick that back up. So I'm only going to color in half of that ball there because we are not quite done. And then I'll move on to the next one. And then I will check my comments to make sure that I've added everybody that asked to be on there. So this is in the Ko-fi shop if you want to use this. I know it's Christmas in July and it's August, but you're going to see this on my channel until I got it done. So All right. Also, just a heads up, we're not going to play this in today's video because this goes with our Save with Friends. But as I mentioned in my last couple of videos, I want to start a group play. So we're going to have a monthly game. And this one is what we're going to do for August. So we will play this on Wednesdays during the Save with Friends video. So if you want to go to the Ko-fi and get this one downloaded to play on Wednesday, that will be great. We're going to have fun. We're going to play, I'm going to play low budget, but we can talk about all the different ways that you can play. So whatever your budget is, I want you to be able to play along. So go grab this from the Ko-fi if you want to participate in the Wednesday Save with Friends group play for 4 Dizzy Birds. I've already got one ready for September, which will be available soon as well. So, oh, I found a card. My cats have been climbing up here and knocking down all my stuff, little gremlins. All right, so Too Cool for School. That's August group play starting this Wednesday. All right, so let's talk about where we were. So where we were when I last filmed, I had intended to finish filming through July, had plans to do that. Things got crazy over here. So I didn't end up filming, and ultimately, because of the unexpected issues medically and the time that we spent at the hospital and the time we took off work and everything that went along with that, our budget was impacted. Just part of life, right? It was impacted. So some of the stuff that I intended to save for July's debt payment got pulled to cover overspending. A lot of eating out because we were at the hospital all the time for many, many days, and we had to eat out a lot. Other things that came up along the way. Ultimately, it led to overspending. It is what it is. I'm glad that I had money there, so we didn't have to go further into debt as a result of it. But we're going to talk a little bit about what that looks like first by wrapping up what you would normally see me do in the July roundup. So we have some longer term things that are going that will stay where they are, like the Christmas box and the minis that we were working on in July, Magic of Summer, Savopoly. We're not touching those. We're just going to pick back up where we left off. But one of the areas that we always pull every month is from our Save with Friends. So what I want to do today is go ahead and share with you what we had saved, and also share with you whether it's going to get saved or put towards a debt payment, or whether it is actually going to cover overspending as a result of the long hospital stay. Okay, before I get into this, so we have our Christmas in July minis. We have a binder. We will do that today in today's video, but I went ahead and pulled what was saved in July. I do not want to touch this. This money is going to all get counted when we finish up the binder fully, and it will go towards Christmas. I wanted something to not be impacted by our spending issues the last couple of weeks. So we're going to just keep this all paper clipped together and put it back into the Save to Sync folder. And when we finish our minis this month, we'll add it all together and it'll go towards Christmas. So when did you see with that? Because we completed several of those minis, and I didn't want them to just disappear. All right, so now let's get into the binder. This is typically stuff that goes towards debt payments. A lot of this is going to go towards overpayments. So we had our Mint Doco Christmas in July coloring page. We did not complete it, but let's look and see what we finished. 20, 30, 40, 45, 50, 51, and 52. So that's $52. And let me get... We can still absolutely track what we did here for July, and that will help us keep a track. All right. Don't think I have the same pen I was using. Oh, yes, I do. Here it is. Okay, so Xmas coloring is what we'll call it. We saved $52 with Mint Doco for that one. Okay, so we'll put that over here. Okay, and this one will actually be removed because we won't continue that one on, and it'll probably get replaced with something else. All right, up next, something we've been working throughout the whole year. We have April's Fresh Start. Again, we did not complete this one. We had 2 scratchers left, which we would have done in the last week. And we saved a total of 20, 21, 22, 23, and 24. So we will put that here, AFS. $24. This would have normally gone to a debt payment. It is going to be covering overspending, mostly eating out. But these are laminated. I plan to use these again. They're beautiful. So we'll see those get restickered and brought back. And let's go ahead and reach it over here. I have my August one for her that we can go ahead and put in there that we will play on Wednesday. So we'll get that taken care of. So here's her August one, and it's super cute, back to school themed. And it will go in there to get started in Wednesday's video. All right, we have monthly savings from Rock's Budgets. Again, similar situation. We just had 2 scratches left, her July one. We saved a total of $22. It looks like that would have had some spicy numbers under there. 22 also typically goes towards a debt payment. Now, when I say we're not making this towards debt payment, all of our minimum debt payments were still paid. We just not having any additional debt payments taken care of this month because we had to prioritize other things. So let me get our July one or our August one. Oh my gosh, y'all, it's a cat on the beach. You know I love cats. Super cute. We will get this one started on Wednesday as well. All right, and this little guy, also laminated, will get reused. I like doing these year-long ones. Okay, up next, Save with Judy. We do not typically pull this until we are completed with the page, so we can leave that one alone. 2026, same thing. We're not pulling this one. Save with Judy, so we will just be working to get caught up on those, and those will come on Wednesday as well. Same thing here. We don't need to do anything. We just need to get caught up because we saved this one until we are finished. This one is the Year of Minis. We're just rolling 1 dice a week. So we'll get some catch up going on that one. And then Cupcake Chaos. We do usually pull this every month. Love, love, love this challenge. We are getting close. We've been playing it for a long time, and it's a big saver. So we didn't get to do a cupcake the last of July, but let's see what we did save. So because we would have pulled this for a debt payment. Y'all, I hate it when we have to merge off of our original plan, but I'm also learning that's a part of the process. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 55, 56, 57. And as I talk about what we went through or are still going through with Austin's medical journey, I just want to let you know I talked to him beforehand. Oh my goodness, I already forgot how much that was. Oops. I'll have to look back. I'll have to literally look back at the video. Oh no. Okay. So typically we would play this during Save with Friends on Wednesday. So we would just pick that up until we are done. Oh, okay. So this one, I'm so excited. Okay, y'all, I cannot lose track of what I was talking about. Love Match. Okay, this one we finally finished up the last time we filmed. We have been playing this one for months. We were pulling it each month. So we're going to see how much we saved for the month of July. But ultimately, I'll have to go through and add up what we did for the whole year or for the whole time we've been playing to find out how much we saved altogether with this. So we have 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91. That's big saver. Dating is expensive. All right, $91 now. Again, typically going towards debt. It will not this time. It will go to cover overspending, so we don't have to end up being in the negative on some previously budgeted categories. Okay. Yeah, so what I was trying to say before I got distracted, so this one's going to come out, is that I have actually talked to Austin before I started talking to you guys about it. I've been very vague about what's going on, but it's just I have to share the story, and I wanted to share the story, but it is his story, and I wanted to make sure he was okay with me sharing it with y'all, and he was. So you will hear a little bit more about why this month did not go the way we wanted it to. But ultimately, I think, spoiler alert here, it's going on the right track now. We've just been through it. We have been through it. Okay, so the Ultimate 2026 binder theme is the champion. We pull this every month: 20, 30, 35, 40, 41, 42, 43. Yeah, so we're starting to see here. So this is where it started. This is the area in which we have Christmas binder. We will keep those there. These two already got paid to debt. Disney Sidekick, we paid those as micropayments, so those didn't get affected. And this is the ones that I was talking about that we are setting aside, and we will add those in. So this is the money that's being impacted for overspending, given full transparency into how life be lifing over here. All right, so we'll pick this one up for August, starting Wednesday as well. Now, let's talk about this. So, Little Piggy here from Maddie at Floating Funds, she has been helping us save to put towards tires for the Piggy Funds tires. Silly. Can't talk and think and write all at the same time. She's been helping us to save to put towards the new tires on the truck. Now, it wasn't going to cover the full amount, and because we needed the tires sooner than we had anticipated, meaning we didn't plan very well, and it kind of snuck up on us, we ended up having to put it on a credit card. So this money goes towards paying off that credit card. I have been making minimum payments on that, but also just wanting to make a big lump sum. So 100, 200, 320, 25, 30, $331 to put towards that. Now, I'm going to try very hard to make sure that that does not get impacted. Into what we were talking about overspending, we're going to pull that one out. All right, another one that we're continuing is Bubbles, Dawn Sunrise Budgeting. We are keeping a hold of this one, so we don't need to count this today. All right, we're going to keep that one going. It's kind of our overflow, our catch-all, and I think we're good. So starting Wednesday, we will continue moving on with April and Rocks. We will get caught up with Save with Judy, both of her challenges. We will continue on with Year of Minis and get caught up with that one. We will see if we have the funds to play Cupcake Chaos this week, but this week, but we'll continue on, and we will get started on the August pages of the Ultimate 2026 binder for the Mrs. Champion. And then we will add in the 4 Disney Birds group play. We also play Vacation Crashers. We'll continue that this week. So we still have lots of fun stuff, and we didn't get too far off track just for the couple of weeks there. And unfortunately, even though we had originally planned for debt to be paid a higher amount this month, we're going to see here what the total amount that's impacted. So we have 52 plus 24 plus 22 plus 91 plus 43. So 232 is what we have here to reallocate. And I think we're going to have to go into this and reallocate this money as well. Just based on the amount that we overspent, it's amazing how quickly eating out adds up for the whole family and other expenses along the way. So let's go ahead and find out what we saved in July, just to keep it the same. We have 36 plus 12 plus 54 plus 52 plus 24 plus 22, and darn it, I don't remember what the cupcakes is, plus 91, plus 43, plus 331. So whatever the cupcakes was is going to be whatever's left here. So let's add it up. Give me just a second. I'll fast forward. So 665, 1, 2, 3. So we're going to do this hard way because I did not remember the number that I literally had just counted. Typical for me. Okay, what did I do here? Jeez Louise. Okay, so now we have the number. $57 is what we saved for Cupcake Chaos. A total of $620 there. All right, so what we saved all together for the month of July. I have a feeling I'm starting to doubt whether I did this right. I'm second guessing myself. $722. All right, 722 saved total. And we're going to go ahead and finish out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 challenges completed, including all our little Disney sidekicks and whatnot. Okay, so we did go ahead and get us caught up. We are transparent and ready to move forward into August. We unfortunately will not be making an additional debt payment this month, but we will not have to be in the negative based on overspending. All right, so I think that gets us square for July. Thanks for hanging in there with my scattered brain. Let's move on now and talk about August. So up first is we are going to talk about the budget for the week. This is our first paycheck cycle for August. It actually came in July. So if you're new to my channel, welcome. Glad you're here, by the way. I like to cover with you here my process for budgeting on a weekly basis. Let's go the other direction here. And the tools that I use. Well, hello, Martini. Martini decided she wanted to come say hi and mess everything up. Pretty girl. She's very needy, this one, our new kitten. So I doubt she's going to take the hit and stay down, but we'll see. All right, so I'm going to share with you the tools that I use to budget, to get our zero-based budget figured up and to determine how much we have to save and where it should go every week. So, you will notice that I'm using prop dollars. I do that because everything is done digitally on the bank side. Every dollar that you see me play with or set aside is money that's already allocated in the bank account. So it's real money. It's just in a digital form. And the prop dollars allow us, see what I say? Martini, ma'am, goodbye. I'll have to call Finn up here to get his baby because she will not leave us alone. She's discovered where the party is and she wants to be there. Okay, so yes, prop bills represent real dollars in the bank. It just allows us to bypass going to the bank and getting denominations out. Some people prefer to play with real money. I prefer this way. It works really well for our family and our schedule. Now, the tools that I use to budget, I have a digital software called You Need a Budget that helps me keep track of all those digital dollars that I was talking about. And then I'm also really value writing everything out and planning it out. So I have an actual budget binder. I designed this one for myself based off of my experiences so far using other tools and made sure that it fit me. And what it includes is a monthly layout like this in a calendar form where I will lay out every bill on the day that it comes out. And then I have a weekly plan for how the dollars are allocated out. So let's start here. We see here starting August 1, these are all of our fixed expenses, such as the mortgage, student loan. We have a couple of subscriptions, electricity and water and trash, so our utilities, and then car payments and bigger bills. And these all come out on the same day, so I can plan for the amount and the date that they come out. So getting started with August, we start actually July 31st. So a few days ago, we have 2 pay cycles in our house. Mine is monthly. I get paid once a month at the end of the month. So this is my end of July paycheck. And then my husband gets paid weekly. He is an hourly employee, so his paycheck varies based on the number of hours and overtime that he works, and mine is pretty set. So when we hit the end of the month paycheck, like we are here, we have my monthly check coming in and his weekly check. And we take care of the majority, as you will see here, of our monthly expenses with this paycheck because it's so much larger. Now, when we say we're a zero-based budget, you're going to see as we work through this, not the goal is to spend all our money, but to allocate every dollar to have a specific job. So looking at my weekly layout here, up here in the very first box, we have our income. We put in our income amounts, a total of $7,256, including, again, my monthly paycheck and his 1 weekly paycheck. We have a set of fixed expenses here. Fixed expenses refer to things that are fixed. The amount is usually the same, and the date they come out is the same. So those fixed expenses are allocated out every month to the same date, and a lot of them are on auto pay. Okay, so you'll see here this is filled all the way up because I have such a larger amount this week to take care of them. I like to get them out of the way. All right, so we have 7,256 as our total income, and then we're going to subtract out 5,059 for our outgoing fixed expenses. And then down here in the leftover box, I put the amount that we are left with. Okay, so we've taken care of our first category of fixed expenses. Now we go up to category number 2, which is variable expenses. Variable expenses are similar to fixed expenses in that they are typically something we have to expect every week or budget cycle, whatever that way your budget is done. The amounts can vary, and the dates that we spend that money can vary. So examples like groceries, gas, medical, eating out, self-care, and Little Birds refers to the money I set aside for my 2 boys and typical expenses associated with them, like school. Okay, so that's what variable expenses. So we don't know what day specifically, we don't know the exact amounts, but this is the amount we're budgeting to spend in that category. All right, so we take our $21.97 from the first category and bring it up to the top of category 2. Our total amount of variable that we are budgeting for is $495. So we're going to subtract that out, and that now leaves us with $1,702. Okay, now we've taken care of 2 of our most important outgoing categories. Then number 3, the worst one, but unfortunately, a necessity is our debt payments. And this right here illustrates why we are working so hard to get that debt paid off, because it takes out a big chunk of our pay every week. So if we take our 1702 down, I don't have these logged out like specifics, but a total amount of debt payment going out to this week is $954. So we're going to subtract this out. And again, these are just minimum payments, things that we have to pay. These are not including anything extra that we do through savings challenges. This is just what we would have to pay. $748 left over now. So we've gone from 7,256 to 748 at the bottom of the first page. Fixed, variable, and debt. That's all of our outgoing. Now we're going to go over here to the second page. We're going to start by doing a quick check of our numbers. We start by adding 7,256. We add our 2 outgoing variable and fixed expense numbers together, 5,059 plus 495. The total outgoing fixed and variable is 5,554. Okay, and then we put our debt number here. Hopefully we see this number go down with time. And then we add these two numbers together to get our total outflow. So right here we have visibility in already just with page 1 from the 7,256, 6,508 is going out. So if we double check, this number should match that number down there, which is 748. Okay. Now, this is the fun page. This is the page where we get to set money aside instead of spend it. So we're going to bring our 748 down here to our sinking fund categories. This is category number 4. Sinking funds are savings that we set aside for things that are more likely to be used sooner in our case. Okay, so it can be anything you want, but like it's a bucket of money that I set aside for something I know is coming. In this case, we set aside a quarter of the camper payment, the storage unit payment, the car payment, and student loan payment every week. So that's a quarter of the total amount set aside. At the end of the month, that money will go out to pay that bill, but it doesn't come out of this larger number over here. And then this week we also had a car tag due, so we went ahead and pulled it out of there. All right, so our total amount coming out for sinking funds is $548, leaving us with $200. All right, now if you've been following my channel, you'll see this number is quite a bit smaller than it typically is. That's okay. Here's the reality of budgeting. If you are actively paying attention to what you have going out and going in, you have a much better visibility into what you have to save, and you're can be more intentional with your money. I would like this number to be higher. I have had it higher, but we've had some outgoing and some spending decisions that we're going to need to look at because the number over here is inflating higher than the number over here. And we don't want that. So we're going to have to be having some conversations as a family about what we need to do to kind of bring these numbers down. But once we get done with our sinking funds, that means 548 of our pay dollars this week are going to go into the bank account and sit and wait until they are paid out here. This $200 that is now left is going to go towards the savings challenges that you'll see me play today and Wednesday. We have our normal ones listed out here. I've even had to X some out this week just because the number is less. So we have what we have, and we know what we have. So even though I only have 200, we're going to make sure that that $200 down to the very last dollar is getting allocated to a savings challenge. Okay, so that leaves us with 0 left over. Now we're going to look at our numbers again because we like to look at our numbers. Okay, so we have our total fixed expenses and variable expenses. It's $5,554. Our total debt payment is $954. And here's the number I like to see be higher is 548 plus 200. That means 748 is getting saved. Now we will see weeks where this number is higher than this number. And that's where we're headed. This is not that week. We have less going into savings than we have going out to debt. And then of course our expenses are just the monthly expenses. They are what they are. All right, so that's how we figure it, and that is how I know what I have to save in my challenges this week. Shall we get to it? If y'all have any questions, I'm happy to try and answer it. I can tell you right now, I'm not a financial advisor of any kind. I'm not an expert, and if anything, this should be evidence that this method works for our family, but it's evidence that we didn't always make the right decisions about our money, and even though we are taking action now, we are working to fix that. I'm not necessarily an expert, and you have to do what works for you, but if anything that I share can help you or motivate you to take control, I'm happy to do that. So if there's questions I can answer, please comment down below. Let me know. All right, so we're ready to get started on our saving. We've done our budget with me. Now, typically in this video, we would do Saveopoly. This is one of the challenges we had to X out this week because we just don't have the funds to save. So it will be there for us next time. All right, so but what we are going to save first up is Magic of Summer. This is our Harry Potter themed challenge. Lots of fun, and hopefully my cat hasn't knocked too many cards down out of the windowsill. But we have a total of 20 going in today. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And then 2 5s. So it probably won't take us long to get through this one this week, but we're going to keep trucking along. All right. Well, that's not a good start. Double next card and then save $3. So we're headed to Miss, oh, what is her name? Myrtle? Yes, Moaning Myrtle. Moaning Myrtle. Save at $3, but we actually have to save $6 because we're doubling it. Miss Myrtle. All right, $6 right off the bat going to her. So she's got that. And then we can get rid of these cards. So we're done with them. Okay, I'll set them over here so we can keep track. Okay, save the last digit of your phone number. Oh gosh. Okay, so first we got to go to Cat Lady. I believe it is Hermione here. Yes. And she's also got wrong, but I think this one is the purple one. Yeah. So the last digit of my phone number is 8. So spicy savings today, guys. It's going to be a quick game of Magic of Summer. $8 going in for Miss Hermione, and now I am down to dollars. Down to dollars. Save $3 for Ron's anti-love potion. Love it. We can do that. Poor Ron. He always had a rough go of it, didn't he? All right, 1, 2, and 3, and now we are down to $3. We could get ourselves in trouble and end up with an IOU here, and I don't like that. I don't like it. All right. Yep, right. Oh, $2. Okay. Whew. $2 headed to Mr. Harry Potter here. Oh, it's hanging in there. We're hanging in there. We only have $1 left. There's no way we're going to get that lucky, right? Okay, $2 going for Mr. Harry here, and another card completed. And let's see. Okay, so $3 for Luna. We know we're gonna have an IOU. That's okay. We can have an IOU. It's not the end of the world. Miss Luna here with her plant. What's his name? Oh, I can't think of anything these days, y'all. Okay, so we're gonna do $1 here. We're gonna get an IOU right here for $2. That is what we owe. And we're going to put it right here with Luna so that we will not forget that we owed it and blow past it. All right. So $2 set aside there, and we will be square next week for Magic of Summer. We'll put Ron's card away here. And Hermione. We got to play some cards with just that $20. I'm loving this game. I love a good box challenge. I need to design one for Halloween, I think. What would you guys want me to design for spooky season? You want a box challenge? You want a game board? What do you want? I've got, we're going to be celebrating some Watch Hour achievements, so I'm going to have some freebies coming out. Okay, we got them all in there. And we have our little IOU deer. Oh dear. IOU hanging out there. And $20 got us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 cards. So not too shabby. Okay, Magic of Summer is done for the week. Also, something we would typically do is our Christmas box. We're just hanging out on that for a little bit. Let's get our Disney Sidekick taken care of. We've been working on this one for a minute. Again, the collaborators for this one are all linked down below, so you can definitely check them all out if you're looking to start this one. This one is fun, and you can play it so many different ways. Let's add our $15 into our bank back here. And let's see if we can get any done for $15 this week. All right. We are starting here with our axolotl on category number 4. We've got our teeniest prop bills here that I will never again make this tiny. And let's do a 3-sided die. Okay, so we're gonna start with 2 on 4, 1 on 5. Just want to keep this going for a little bit, and I can chat just a little bit. So my brother, if you are new, he is in his 30s. He's my baby brother. He was born with a congenital heart defect, so he was born with something wrong with his heart. And luckily, we, my mother and father, found a wonderful, super talented, state-of-the-art doctor to fix the issue when he was a baby. Hello again, Martini, and goodbye, ma'am. She just wants to be where the party is. And so that was when he was very little, 4 months old to be exact. Now, we had always known that eventually he would need to have a updated repair to his heart as he aged, and that was what was happening here, right? It was time for that repair. The challenge, among others, was that he was also struggling with some other things going on with his lungs that they weren't really sure how to fix, but they had to go in and fix the heart. So we prepared a few weeks ago. It's been 2 weeks ish. Gosh, it's all flying by. Since he had the actual surgery went as it needed to. He came out of the surgery. Okay, so that's one. And it was full open heart surgery, so we expected he would be in the ICU for a couple of days, and then he would move on to the rest of his recovery. And more or less, that's how it went in the first couple of days. Now, what happened after that is that he had to have a very basic procedure to help his lungs with something, and during that procedure, we had a setback. He went into cardiac arrest, and they had to resuscitate him and bring him back. And when he woke up, he was on life support, ventilator, ECMO, all of these machines, eventually dialysis, and so it just kept getting worse and worse and worse. So no kidding, y'all. There was about a week there that we were not sure that he was going to make it. And it was awful. It was utterly awful, obviously much more awful for him and what he has gone through and will continue to go through to recover from it. But quite possibly and likely to be one of the most traumatic things I've ever been through and probably will ever go through. We were there at the hospital in his ICU. Someone from the immediate family was there at all times because he kept waking up, being confused as to what was going on, having to be told over and over again what had happened, and to be calm and to just sleep and relax. And that's what we've been doing. Now, in the last week, he has had a very quick turnaround unexpectedly and is doing much better. Is off of many of the machines, is walking around, and is expected to make a full recovery now. So while it is still serious and we're watching everything really closely, hello again, Martini, this cat, y'all. It is definitely looking much, much more positive. So we expect him to actually be released from ICU in the next couple of days, and maybe even released home, which means he will be coming back here to my house because his doctors are here and they will need some time to get him rehabbed and to get his medications all correct. So it's going to continue being, a busy house around here, and helping him to get what he needs to recover, and then also for us to continue going to work and doing everything else we're doing. So I'm just overly grateful for everyone that sent prayers and thoughts, and there were a lot of you, so thank you. We're still taking it all very serious, and finally have some hope for positive outcomes here. And yeah, I'll keep you guys updated, but it sounds like at this point he's decided that he is going to be okay. So a long road ahead of recovery for him. But throughout all of that, obviously, this channel did not take precedence at that time. So, as much as I wish I didn't have to do that, that is why we're behind. Okay, so we're going to start up with category number 1, budgeting RT, 50 cents going in there for that one. We've still got some to get done on this one. That one's going to be around for a bit. All right. Category number 2 got $1, $2.25. Okay. Let's see. We've got mostly 25-cent ones left, but we've still got this. Okay, so we can take care of this bird for $1, this bird, and this bird for $1. So there's a $2. This one comes from weekly budgets. And now we can do 25 cents here for this little Pascal. And we are well on our way to getting that one knocked out. Okay, category number 3 got $1, $2.25. Okay, same. And ooh, I don't think we needed all of that. We did it. This one's fancy budgets, and we 25 cents. That's all we needed. Okay, so 25 cents completes this one out. Let's find one that we can write on well. And let's add it up here in just a minute. We're going to set this to the side and this to the side, and we will add it up here in a little bit. We need another set for category 3, and it looks like we're moving on here to Jesse Budgets. Let me take a look at what we got in here. We've got Raja. Can't think of his name at the moment. The little mice. And Hey. I can't remember the pig's name. From Moana. So it's super cute. We've got some 50 cents. Oh, this one's $1. We got to start there. And that one will take us a bit. So Jesse Budgets will start out there in category 3. And then we'll move on to category 4 before we decide what we're going to do with this overflow. Okay. So for category 4, we ended up with $1 and, well, $2. $2 even. Okay, is this another one? Oh no, it is. It's another one that we just didn't need all of that. Okay, and budget and debt. We just needed a quarter, right? So we're gonna finish this one out today as well. All right, we'll set that aside as well. And we'll add all that up. We need another creator. We are getting down to the last ones. I never thought we'd see the end of this stack. This one comes from the Cafecito budget. Looks like Curious George themed. We've got some dollars and some 50 cents and some 25 cents. We will get that one started next week in category 4. All right, category 5 got $1.75. Y'all hear my crazy cats. Of course, they're doing their cat work. Angela Marie 888. We just have some 25-cent ones, so let's see what we can get done here. All right, so for $1, we have 4 butterflies. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 3 25 cents. 1, 2, and 3 for Mr. Bambi. All right, so we're getting close on this one. All right. Category 6 got 1, 250. 250. Let's see, what did we need? All right, so we have a little ways to go on this one. This one comes from a Court of Savings. With this category being $1 here, so we will do $1 for each one of those. And then a 50 cent for right here. All right. Just a little closer on that one. We've got a ways to go. I think we just started this one last time. All right, category 7 got 1, 250. All right, what did we need here? Okay, okay, so we have 25 cents here, and that one's done. And then, these are just We're done with all 3 of these. Yep, we just need 25 cents for these. So 1, 2, 3, 4. There's $1, and then 1, 2, 3, and 4 for $2. And we have an extra, and this one's all done. I had no idea we were gonna finish up 3. Okay, I think, yep, this is almost our last. Oh, hold on. Whew, we almost had a dog fight and a cat fight and all kinds of things right here under the desk. Goodness gracious. All right, so where was I? All right, so category 7, we need a new, we only have 2 left, y'all, in our box. So this one is Becca Can Budget with Stitch and Flounder and Pascal and Lady. Love it. Okay, so Stitch here is $1, so we'll put him in the front. He will get started out. And then category number 8, we got 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's $1.25. Let's see. What did we have here? Okay, so Mr. Abu is going to get 1 colored in. And then we need a 25-cent one. We'll do this one here. So 125. Perfect. Getting very close on that one. All right, so we have played everything that we now have this overflow. So we have $1, $2, $3, $4 of overflow. Let's go take a look and see if we have any others that are close. Because as you may or may not know, we're going to use these for debt micropayments. So category number 2. Oh, well, this one still has a ways to go. But that doesn't mean we won't put it towards that one. All right, category 3 we just started. Category 4 we just started. Category 5 we could probably get knocked out. 7 we just started, and then 8. Let's see what we can do for 8 here. We can do another $1 here for Abu. And then these are 50 cents each. So 1, 2. Oh, 1, 2. I almost undershot it there. 1, 2. And then we have another 25 cents. So we can finish the Cheshire Cat and Abu. And then we have 2 more here. We're getting close. Now, for Steph's on a budget. Now we just have these 2 cards here at 25 cents per icon. And that was category 8 that I somehow... Okay. All right. Now we've spent our full 15. All that's done. Let's take a look at what we completed and get our money out of the bank. All right. So I have to do math on this because I made it overcomplicated for myself. So this one comes from Pansy Budgets. We have $1, 2, 3, 4, $5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. $15 for this one coming out of the bank today and going towards debt. So $15. All right, 10, 15. Awesome. We will put a paper clip on that. And ring the bell for a completed challenge. All right, so and budget and debt, we had $4, $5, $6, $7, $8, $9. So $9 total for this one. Also going straight to debt today. And we'll do a micro payment. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. $9. Woohoo! It's always great when we get to even complete one of these. our micropayment's not going to be so micro. Okay. And then this one from What's Poppin' Sunshine. Ooh, big saver. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. $17 for this one. Yeah, it's not so micro payment. I decided to play it this way just so that I could get a little more time and a little higher amounts saved, but still doing it in micro amounts. So that's worked well for us. But you can play it however you want. Okay, so let's see how much. Gotta ring both of those bells because I didn't give it. So we have a total of, today, going to a micro payment, 15 plus 17 plus 9. So $41 going to a debt payment today. And we're going to put a post-it on it right here. $41 going to a micro payment. And I will hopefully remember to put the screenshot of that payment in there for you on the video. Okay. All right. So $41 in debt taken care of, and our Disney Sidekick is done for the week. So that just leaves one thing, and that is our, and thanks for hanging in here this long, by the way, y'all. Our Christmas in July minis. So I decided that we're going to go ahead and finish. We had some super cute challenges that people made, and I want to use them. So we're just going to keep going. Now, this money will go towards the Christmas challenge. So no reason not to keep working on that. I'm going to get my buyback bills back here. These are just buyback bills. Now I'm going to keep those things condensed. And then this is a total of $50. I have 2 5s. I have 5 2s, and the rest is 1s. So I can kind of just mix this in for some random fun. So everybody, you don't know what you're going to get. Let's move that other. Let's do a 2. Let's do a 5 here. And a 2. Randomizing that stuff, man. Let's put it right there. Okay, so a total of $50 getting played today. We are starting here in number 3. Woo. And we are going to get our 3-sided dice, and we're just going to roll through. I don't know. I've told the story of what's going on with my brother and the chaos associated with that so many times, and I know I mentioned it here in the video, so hopefully I didn't stop in the middle of a sentence, which I have been known to do, and give you guys an update. But basically what I want you to hear is that he is doing much, much, much better. We expect a full recovery. We are it is still a very hard recovery and a very serious surgery, and though we almost lost him, he's going to pull through and get back to his life, and it's going to take some time. So life is still just a little bit crazy, but it's definitely a lot better than it was in the last couple weeks. So I appreciate all y'all praying and sending thoughts, and just, and also being patient as I try to work out finding time to do all of this and do what my family needs, and go to work and do all of that. So I've still got some stuff to do to get caught up on the For Disney Birds side. August memberships have not been designed yet, and we need to do that. Okay, so this means this one's going to go right here. So I'll be posting about that soon. Everybody's July memberships went out as was supposed to. So that went well. But I got some other things to get caught up on, and then I've got to start designing for get some challenges designed for fall and for Halloween. So yeah, but thank y'all for hanging in there with me. All right, 2, 3, 4, and 5 for category 1. Let's see who we have. Charlamagne. We have $5 going in, and we'll just keep playing these until we finish out the ones that I have in the bank. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. be a fun way to keep saving for Christmas. Hopefully things slow down so we don't have so much chaos and Christmas funding doesn't get impacted. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We have a huge goal of fully funding Christmas 100% early and ahead of everything else. All right, so we have $4 here. 10. Okay, so 10, 12, 13, $14 so far for Charlemagne. Category 2 got, the spicy 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And we didn't need all that. We did not. We did not need all of that. All right, so 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 5. All right, so $16 is what we have here. This is going to go into overflow. We'll figure that out here in just a minute. All right, $10, $15, $16 is exactly what we're supposed to have. Get our little paper clip. Ring our bell. Awesome, that will go in there. Let's go ahead and pull another one for category 2. Who was that? Anna Banana? I think I have another one for Anna Banana. That's what we'll do. There's Anna. All right, Anna Banana. Yeah, we'll do this one. Woo! Okay, so this one's got some bonus rolls in it. 20 plus. That'll be a big save. All right, so how much do we have? 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Let's go ahead and trade that in for a 5. And then let's do... Well, let's roll a D3, see if we can knock a couple of those out. All right, so we got that one. That's a 1. Let's roll another D3. That's a 1. So that's 2. Let's roll another D3. 3. 1. So 4. And then a 2 for 6. $6 going in there to get us started this week on that one. All right, up next, category 3 got $8. And this one is the one that I don't know whose it is. I didn't remember before I cut it out. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's super cute. Christmas in July flip-flops. We only needed 4. So let's take a 1 back and grab a 5. And let's see, what do we have? So we did $1 per flop. So 10, 20, 25, 26, 27. Oop! Can't do it. 10, 20, 25, 30, 31, 32. Y'all, this cat is back. She is driving me crazy. 32. She's just a baby. She wants to be around us. $32 for Christmas there. And another completed challenge. All right, now let's pull one from the back. Let's do this one. Cute little Rudolph. We'll just do $1 per. Okay. And that will leave us with 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. The Rudolphs. Again, this is the same creator, whoever did the last one. I don't have their name. I'm sorry. All right, $4. Oops, gotta put that in there. Okay, category 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 for 4. Oh no. Why did I make it $3? Because I'm trying to make it hard on myself? Goodness gracious. All right. This one comes from Cat Lady Budgets. Each snowman is 3, so we're going to have 1 left over in the front to help us out next time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's grab a 5 and $6 so far for Cat Lady Budgets. Okay, up next is category 5, and they got 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And we didn't need that much. Overthinking and budgeting. We just needed 1, 2, and 3. Yep, that's all we needed. 1, 2, and 3. Let's get it all organized. Ooh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 5. I don't have any 10s left, so we'll do that. So a total of $5, $10, $11, and $12 for overthinking and budgeting, and another completed mini. We will write the 12 on here, and we will grab another one from the back. Okay, so a total of 5 left. Let's get another one here for overthinking and budgeting. Jingle shells, how cute. Let's do $2 per, because I like to make life difficult for myself. And since we got an uneven number, we will leave this here and this here. $4 going in and 1 in the front to help us out next week. All right, and that's where we're starting next week, so they'll get some love. All right, 2, 3, and 4 going to category 6 for the weekly budgets. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Ooh, we can do another buyback 5 there. So a total of $10 so far for weekly budgets. Santa's in his flamingo floaty. Super cute. Okay. All right. So now we are all square on our Christmas in July, which is now becoming Christmas in August and Christmas until we get this done. So I have still some back here, so we'll just keep refilling these until we run out. It looks like we've got 4 more, so not too much longer probably. But all of these are slated to go towards the Christmas box. Christmas Savings Challenge. So, all right. So today we completed a total of 3. That's exciting. Those will go into our little pink piggy bag, save to sync, right alongside the July Christmas minis. And we will add those all in at the end of August. How about that? All right, so that is everything for this very long. Sorry about that. Adult with me. It's been a little bit. I'm so glad to be back. I hope y'all enjoyed the video. Give me a comment down below. I am interested to know what you guys want designed for freebies and whatnot. Like, what would you most want? Do you want tinies? Do you want minis? Do you want fall? You want Halloween? You want Christmas? What do you want? Because I'm gonna have to put some freebies here soon because we are hitting some watch hour goals. Don't forget to put me on your list for watch hours if you're willing, and if you haven't already, please consider subscribing. It's always a little bit of a hot mess, but I promise it's going to be fun. We're going to hit our goals one way or another, y'all. And I hope you come along for the journey, okay? All right, so until I see you in the next one, which will be our Wednesday Save with Friends, I hope y'all have a great start to your week. And hang in there. Bye.